Hey there everyone, welcome back. I have another video for you today because I have a slight update on the normal slash alpha spawners, and I wanted to bring that up as soon as possible so that everyone can start using it. In fact, I already kind of pushed it live. And it is currently active, so I've had people asking me, okay, what's this mean? So let's go into it. So first off, I've already kind of gotten the seed ready for you all, but here I am in Alabaster Icelands. I'm here, right here. There's this. This is this spawn. This Ambipom currently beating me down. So, anyways, gonna get into a battle with that, and we'll just listen to the lovely sounds of battle for the rest of this video. But we're gonna bring up my desktop over here, and so I've already populated my Mons folder with two of the Pokemon in here, and you can see here that we got an Ambipom and an Eevee, and that's actually some of the spawns that can appear in this location. And this is important because the thing that I added is encounter slot checking. So let's go ahead and get our seed, and for that we just run the EXE. Make sure you're running, if you're doing the statics on, make sure you're running this alpha one, because otherwise if you're running the MMO one, it will not get you the right seed, because that is doing a different generation method. And one thing I would love to do is just a deep dive in how Pokemon are generated. It's not going to be useful for RNG, but it's really useful for people who just wonder how this stuff is actually done. So, alright, there we go. It's going through its thing, and there we go, we found a seed. Great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and copy that seed, and we don't need those anymore. But what we do need is the multi-checker. And here you go, copypythonanywhere.com, and we're going to go to the spawn checker. So you'll notice right away that there are some differences if you haven't been here in a little bit. We now have this advanced options tab. Now, you don't need to put anything here. This is all completely optional, but this will allow you to, if you expand this out and you select options, it will allow you to filter things by species. So let's go ahead first, put in our seed. And I'll put in my roles here. Shiny Charm, it's not a static alpha, they're not fixed gender. So if you do not put anything in here, it will just find you the first shiny. I think Ambipom's like that. Anyways, it'll just find you the first shiny Pokemon, which it doesn't know the species, so it won't say anything, and it'll just display an egg here as a sprite. But we see that in 3 advances, we have some sort of shiny. We can go ahead and find it, or we can look and figure out what it is. So let's go in and actually take a look at what the shiny will be. So let's expand our advanced options here. Select your map. First and foremost. Now you can select your species. These are a list of all the species that can appear here. Now you're going, okay, that's fine, well and good. How do I actually figure out what species can spawn at a given spot? Well, I'll put a link to this, but here's Poke Earth from Cerebi. And if you go ahead and just pick a map, like Alabaster Icelands, it'll show all the spawn points, and then you could go and you could look around. Okay, like this spot right here does Purugly and Glameow, and it's with your alpha versions as well. Or like this spot over here does Aipom, Ambipom, Eevees, so on and so forth. So that's important. You want to know what the spawner you're looking at is. In this case, we are not here. We are smack dab like right here. We're here. We're in one of these 2 spots. These are the same spawners, by the way. Essentially, they're not the same name, not the same ID, but they have the same spawns. So here we go. So anyways, that's a good way of figuring out what the spawner actually has. And keep in mind, this one says all day, all weather. Some of them actually change based off of the time. See, this one at night is completely different than during the day. So you got that there. So let's go ahead. We selected Alabaster Icelands. I want to look for an Eevee. There we go. Select your Eevee, and now it'll give you a list of spawners. If you click one of them, it will tell you what Pokemon spawn there. So there you looked at Poke Earth, you found out, okay, that Aipom, Ambipom, and Eevee all show up there. So that's a spawner we're looking for. This is also the other one. Some of them share the same name. They have different IDs in the game, but they have the same spawns. So either one of these will work. So here we go. Now we're filtering by Eevee, and you can choose is nighttime or not. This one doesn't change based off of day and night. Then go ahead and find our advances. So here we go. We found a shiny Eevee at 2173. So that's not the closest shiny, but you can search for now you can search for this. So you can look for a specific species. Let's go ahead and look for let's look for Aipom. And there's a whole bunch of spawners here. If you click here, you get these. Okay, there we go. It looks like spawner 1 is the one we're looking at. No. Oh yeah. You see, you click nighttime. It changes because now you see at nighttime there's ghastlies and whatnot, and it will take into account if you have this nighttime button checked. It will check the spawns for nighttime, which will affect your odds. So we don't want that one. We want, I believe it's spawner 6 here. Here we go. So this is the right one. Now again, this is all work in progress. One thing I'm going to try to do is add, you can either search by species or by spawner, so that it'll just make it easier. But this works for now, and I'll keep iterating on it. Anyways, there we go. We got Aipom, we got our spawner ID, we got everything. It's not nighttime. Advances. Okay, so 29 advances, and we get a shiny Aipom with this nature and these IVs. And another thing, I Am Joey actually provided this code, and so now we will highlight what is going to be increased and what is going to be decreased by the nature, in case you don't have them memorized. So anyways, yeah, that's interesting. Let's see, let's go nuts. Let's go for Alpha Aipom, and we'll select the right spawner here, which there's a lot of spawners. Nope, we'll find it eventually. Here we go. Okay, spawner 2. So let's go ahead and search. Oh wow, okay, 895 advances will get an Alpha Aipom, which is honestly quite a lot. And let's see, what about Alpha Eevee? Alright, let's see this. Okay, not bad. 3486. I mean, it's not great, but I'm trying to show Alpha Aipom. And so this one, I believe, will not get any luck. So if you search, it will go up to 50,000 advances to look for it, and if it doesn't find something, it'll just give you this egg, say not found within 50,000 advances. But there you go. By process of elimination, for those of you who were keeping track, because I've checked everything else, the shiny is an Aipom. And here we go. So there you go. 3 advances to a shiny Aipom. So let's go ahead, now that we've figured it out, we can go ahead and actually check this out. So here we are, we're at advance 1 right now, and now this is not a alpha, so we only have to camp 1 time. We have to do 1 time change. And one thing that might, since I was in battle for so long, the time changed, there might be another spawn. I know that the next one is going to be an Eevee because I got the seed for this. So let's see, does the Eevee come? No, okay. Alright, we're in midday. This one does not change at night based off of the spawner information. Some of them do. Again, they have like ghost types or whatever that show up at night. This one will be an Eevee this time, just because I had to catch a second spawn. Let's go ahead and... There we go. There it is right there. You can see it on the ground. And you can just make it run. We don't have to kill it. So I'm just going to chase this one around until it runs away just to prove it. And it's gone. Okay. So it despawned. So that's now we're That's two. So we're 3, 2. We're at 1 at this point. Camp again. Go back to Ice Peak Arena because it's nice and close. I have no idea what species it'll be this time. Oh, it's a Aipom, which is another Pokemon that runs, but we'll just kill it. It's faster. Or it might just run. Yeah, okay, that works too. That despawns. All right. So that was our third one. So this time we sleep, it should be shiny. Let's go to morning. Yep, you can see it. It hasn't sparkled yet, but you can see it if you... Yeah. You can see its coloration. There you go. So there you go, shiny Aipom. And yeah, as you can see, the species was predicted correctly. Everything about it is as it should be. So now we can go ahead and use the seed that you get to predict what species you're going to get. So if you're looking for a specific shiny, go ahead and hunt that down. Just a heads up, if you're going to be hunting for an alpha, the odds of that are very low. Because the way it works, the way the slots work, is the way that slots work is that it will roll a number essentially, and if that number falls between the Pokemon's encounter slot number, then it'll be that slot. This Aipom it has a number of 100, whereas almost all the alphas in the game have a number of 1. So we're like, if there's two Pokemon that spawn, a Pokemon and its alpha version, you're at about a 1% ish chance for an alpha to spawn. And if you throw more Pokemon into the mix, it's an even lower percent chance of an alpha spawning. And then on top of that, you want it to be shiny. So just keep that in mind. It's going to be a low chance if you want to if you're hunting for an alpha shiny from one of these things. But if you're looking for just like a regular one, if you just want like an Eevee, a shiny Eevee, then here you go. This isn't a bad way of doing it. So that's all I've got. This is an addition. There will be further iterations of this, I'm sure. This is just a first draft, but I wanted to release this video so people knew how to use this. And happy hunting, everyone. Good luck. Find whatever you're looking for. I know that I've gotten a lot of thanks and a lot of people saying how much this has helped. And honestly, that I thrive off of that. I'm so glad that I'm able to provide this service to the community. So thank you so much for that. I'm honestly kind of humbled by everything that everyone's been saying. So this is fantastic. But good luck with your hunts. I hope you find whatever it is you're looking for, and I will catch you all next time.